One of you guys send me an escape room, and let's just do it and see how this goes. So right here, this is not my first time doing an escape room, but I'm going to do it right here because I decided to make a video about it. Now, this is the actual escape room, so let's just start. So I started in this room, immediately saw a room over there that appeared to have water, but by using a little bit of F5, I actually saw a hopper under the bedrock that had glass and 2 pieces of string. Now I looked around and I accidentally saw this piece of string on the ceiling, so I proceeded to mine that. Now I was thinking here, so basically there was a furnace or dispenser, I don't know what that is, and a chest over there. And I placed the glass over here, and after just a bit of momentum, I landed on the glass. Now the good thing from here is I can actually access the dispenser. It was actually a dispenser. I thought it was a furnace, but now we have a door, and you can do this little trick, get you 2 blocks up, and I just made this easy 3 or 4 block jump. Now in the chest was actually iron ore. Now the thing with escape rooms that you need to keep in mind is to make use of your resources. So I mined the chest, and I know if you caught that, but I got a light gray stained glass pane, so keep that in mind. Now I got another iron ore from, I think, a dispenser, and by using a little bit of 5, I decided to just go in. Now there was a bucket in an item frame here and a sign saying find a pickaxe. Now again, use your resources. I mined the sign, remember. Now I quickly used F3 just to see what this block was, and it was gray concrete powder, so I know I can mine this with my fist. Now there's a small percentage of a chance for it to go over there, but it didn't. But in this furnace right here, there was another iron ore. So I knew I had to smelt the iron ore, and 3 iron ore and 2 sticks make a pickaxe. So I kept that in mind. There's also a convenient crafting table here, so now I know how I can craft it. Now over here, I actually found bamboo in an item frame behind the dispenser that I didn't see before. Now I quickly went to this water spout kind of thing, and there was another sign. Again, I mined the sign. Now in this little room here, I actually found dirt. Now the thing with this is I didn't mine it, and the reason I didn't was because I would not get the block. It would be too far. Now by using F5, I thought there was some kind of redstone here, but there really wasn't. Now there's a higher part over here on the water spout, so I decided to go there. So there was another room here. There was another room, and what was here was a sign and a hopper. Again, I mined the sign, and in the hopper was another bamboo. Now I decided to use F5 to see if there was something behind the hopper, but there really wasn't. By quickly doing some maneuvering, I actually got back, and while I was going down, did you catch that? There was a dispenser right there. So I decided to go back up and see what's in the dispenser, and there was actually more bamboo. So now I had 3 bamboo. Now I knew what I had to do with this water bucket, so I quickly mined it, and there was a little room there, and I also used the water bucket to get the dirt back. Now there was another bamboo in the dispenser, so I decided to go back and see what I can do with these resources. Now I quickly figured out that signs are smeltable, so I didn't really need the signs for anything, so I decided to smelt them. Now from 2 bamboo you can make a stick. Now this, I actually thought for this by a long time, like I didn't really know if I really had to do this, because I would be wasting 4 full blocks, but I did it anyway. So I crafted the pickaxe and mined the crafting table, and now I knew the obvious thing to do was, well, obviously to mine the cobblestone, and there was another room in there. So I used F5 to see there was a sign there that said for me to throw away my pickaxe and my water bucket, so I needed to get ready for that. Now something that I thought of at the last second was actually to mine the dispensers and the furnace. So I got one dispenser here, and I got a second one here. And then I obviously mined the furnace and then got the water bucket just to bring the furnace back. Now I'm pretty sure there's like 2 more dispensers here, or there was a hopper, I don't remember. But I come to mine this dispenser, and then I get this one. So now I have 3 dispensers, I'm pretty sure. Like 3 dispensers, that's actually crazy. Now this is this is really good, because this is like a lot of blocks. But then I mined this dispenser, and look what happened. I still can't believe this happened. I think this was not intended to do this. I mean, I technically escaped, right? Does this count? Does this count? I technically escaped. So I just decided to investigate. I don't know if this was actually supposed to happen, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I did kind of beat the systems here, but I decided to go back just because, well, it wasn't meant to be like that. So I just decided to want to finish the escape room. So I actually went back to the room and got the hopper that was under the bedrock. Now below the glass there was actually an extra string, so that's why I have 4 string now in my inventory. Now after mining the hopper and nearly falling to the void, I decided to make my trail back. But first, again, make use of resources. So I got the door. And this door was actually kind of a clutch, I'm pretty sure, at the end of the escape room. So again, make use of your resources. Now when I came in here, I saw an item frame with the door and the sign that I saw from far. Now I didn't know if I would cheat or if I would actually do what it says. Now I decided to do what it says, and I used these dispensers to go up. Now this was very risky because I just used 2 blocks when I could easily use a door. So I used this gray concrete powder to go up this room, and there was a piston under a slime block. Now there was another room here with lights, so I knew we had to have some kind of glowstone, torch, or maybe even lava. Now I actually thought there was redstone outside the map, so then I used F5 and Quake Pro obviously to see if I had something to activate the piston, but there actually wasn't, so I just mined it. After doing a little bit of investigating, I figured out that there might be lava above us because I saw a particle. So I kind of did a big brain move here and turned subtitles on, so then I could see if there was lava. And if you look on the right of your screen, there was actually lava. So I knew I had to prepare for that, and anything would be useful. Then I strategically placed these blocks to go up to this other room that I found. Now this took a bit of trial and error because I wanted to go down and up easily. Another big brain move here was actually putting a sign here. I mean, it wasn't really big brain, it just saved me a little bit of time, I think. I'm not really sure. So I quickly put a sign and put the chest here, and then mined the sign and climbed back up. Now when I came in the room, I found a purple bed and some kind of popped chorus fruit. Now I didn't really know what popped chorus fruit can really be used for. It can't really be used for many things. Now while we're here, I would appreciate if you do subscribe. It really helps me out, and it really encourages me to keep making videos. Anyway, let's just continue. So as you can see here, I went to the other room where there was that hole up there, and I went up here, and yes, there was lava. So I was definitely correct. Now I looked around a little. I checked for string or barriers, but I couldn't really find any. Now I knew that I was at least 10 blocks away, and I started looking in my inventory. But once I was looking, I actually found this hole down here. So I used F5 to see what there was there, and there was a hole there. Now I didn't catch that right now, But I was just looking around in my inventory, checking for string, checking for barriers. You have to really check for anything because I already have 5 string or 6. Well, here's a hole, and there's another hopper. In the hopper, now there was interesting stuff. There's just a ladder. So this was very risky. So I decided to place the ladder, mainly just because of the reason that I needed to calculate exactly how many blocks. So I made this jump, and I decided to place my bed here and got into the next room. Now I looked back to see if there was any more string or barriers that I have missed, and again punching the screen, checking if there's string, and I did find this little hole here, but I didn't really know what it was. Now you can see there was a piston there, so I decided to mine the piston to expose the redstone, and I literally found another way to bypass the map. Like, come on. But next time I'll do a harder escape room, but for now let's complete this. So I went over here and got this oak plank to expose this more redstone. So I knew I had to make a button, and I tried it with cobblestone, but I actually had to do it with oak planks. Now this was very risky, so I placed it. There's actually a barrier, which is interesting. I didn't even see that before. So I placed it, and then it went back, and I went into the next room. Now this room had at least 10 blocks to stack up, and I knew that the opening was very clear, so I looked around for string, and I went back to see if I could gain any more blocks. I was trying to find a way to get the bed without falling in the lava, but I really couldn't. I also tried to get the piston here, but I didn't find a way to do it. I then decided to use the door over here to gain 2 blocks, because then I had the piston. Now I don't know if this was the right choice, but I just continued with it. So while going back, I checked for any more stuff and then started going up. Now I placed a piston here, and I placed a button here because I actually had a genius idea. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do this, but I think you could probably see where I was going with this. So the first time I actually went high enough, I just wasn't ready. But for the third time, I did it. And look, this was weird. But look, I was checking for any more stone or barriers, string. But there's a sign that said you win. I have so much more extra materials right now, so I decided to mine the things, and I actually did win. So I don't know why I had so many extra materials, but if you guys want to send me a harder escape room, you can. So bye.